Mr. Foreign Minister, nice to talk to you, sir.
Very nice to talk to you, Greta.
Mr. Foreign Minister, China. Do you think China is going to invade Taiwan or declare war on Taiwan?
This is a very good question, and this is a question that people here in Taiwan have been asking regularly. And we try to prepare for an event that China may launch war against Taiwan. From what we see recently, China seems to be gearing up its military preparations, and I can give you some evidences of this. The first was that in the first part of May, China has conducted naval exercises east of Taiwan for 2 weeks with its aircraft strike group, Liaoning. And they have also conducted air exercises around Taiwan, especially in southern part of our ADIZ. And in several occasions, they also crossed the medium line of the Taiwan Strait, which has been safeguarding status quo and peace and stability over this area for years. And moreover, their spokesperson for the PLA has spoken about the medium line of the Taiwan Strait does not exist because Taiwan is part of China. And very recently, their Ministry of Foreign Affairs spokesperson also talked about Taiwan as part of China, and therefore, the Taiwan Strait is not an international water. So if we put all this together, we see a very threatening China these days.
The two questions then, when do you envision that could happen, and why is China doing that now?
It's hard to say when China is going to launch a war against Taiwan. This question has been speculated widely in the last few years. But for us, no matter when China is going to launch a war against Taiwan, whether it's going to be tomorrow or next year or 5 years from now, the most important thing for us is that we need to be prepared. And we are trying to beef up our defense capabilities to face a situation that China may launch war against Taiwan. And in this regard, I would say that war in Ukraine serves as a very inspirational example for us. And we try to beef up our defense capabilities. At the same time, we try to toughen our determination to defend ourselves.
Obviously, no one wants to see war, but Taiwan, to many Americans, seems very far away. So tell me, what would be the impact on the global economy, if any, or the impact on the United States? I realize that you have a very robust microchip manufacturing in Taiwan, but can you give me some idea of the impact on the world economy?
This is very important. Normally, people are overlooking this aspect of Taiwan's capability or Taiwan's strength. Taiwan produces more than 90% of the most advanced microchips for the rest of the world. And if Taiwan is attacked and the supply chain is interrupted because of the war, it's going to impact upon the United States and all other major economies. And this is something that should not be overlooked. But to me, the more important thing will be Taiwan's position. Taiwan is a democracy, and it's being recognized by the rest of the democracies. And many countries in the world recognize Taiwan as a democratic success story, including President Trump and the current President Biden. And the two successive administrations also describe Taiwan as a critical economic and security partners. And in this regard, I would like to say that Taiwan is standing on the front line, guarding against the expansion of authoritarianism. And we are responsible for safeguarding the rest of the democracies, and we are responsible for our own security. And we understand that Taiwan might be small and weak compared to China, but we are determined, and we have faith in ourselves. We have faith in democracy. And we believe that democracy is going to prevail and Taiwan is going to prevail.
All right. This has been going on for about 73 years in Taiwan. And I know that Beijing wants unification wants Taiwan to be unified with the rest of the country. But in light of the fact it's gone on for 73 years, I mean, what does China want from you?
If we look at China's motivation, at least coming from their public statements, I think what they want is very clear. They want to take Taiwan take Taiwan as part of them, and they want to incorporate Taiwan. They might want to take Taiwan for their nationalism purposes or for economic purposes or for their strategic purposes. But at least, they say that they want to take Taiwan back peacefully if possible and by force if necessary. And this is a very typical expansion of authoritarianism. And if they are able to take over Taiwan, this is going to impact upon the rest of the world in a very serious way. And if we look beyond Taiwan, Taiwan may not be the only place where China wants to take hold of. Look at East China Sea. It's disputed water, but they continue to claim this area, and at the same time, they're sending their fleet, surface fleet, and also their airplanes to patrol the region almost on a daily basis, and got our Japanese friends very nervous. And look at the way they conduct their exercises in the South China Sea, as if the whole South China Sea belongs to China. And this is a very typical expansion of authoritarianism. And first island chain may not be enough to stop China's expansion. Look at the Chinese military activities. They are going way beyond the first island chain. They have signed a security agreement with the Solomon Islands, and they are talking about security agreements or some military arrangement with the country Kiribati. They are also going beyond the South China Sea into the Indian Ocean. And they also have very good relations with the leftist governments in Latin America. So if we put all this together, Taiwan may be only part of China's expansionist motivation, but Taiwan has to stand very firm and to guard against the expansion of this authoritarianism.
Mr. Foreign Minister, thank you very much for joining me, sir.
Thank you very much, Greta. It's my honor.